Did you know that anxiety and depression among young people have increased by over 50% in the last decade? Much of this is linked to a lack of unhealthy, conscious discussions around sex, relationships, and emotional health. We need to talk about how our approach to sexuality is affecting not just us, but our generations and future generations. Hi, my name is Yin, and today we're going to explore the concept of conscious sexuality, what it means and why it's important, how it can transform not only our personal relationships, but actually the future of humanity itself. In today's world, sexual education is often just focused on the mechanics. What happens during sex, how to prevent pregnancy or diseases, but very little is taught about the emotional, spiritual, and conscious aspects and ramifications of sexuality. We've lost touch with how to approach sex in a sacred way, with intention, with awareness, and with the mindset of what the future may bring us as a result of our actions. So many people are left feeling disconnected, hurt, traumatized. This can lead to more unhealthy relationships, emotional trauma, and all because a breakdown of communication. Our lack of focus on conscious sexuality has consequences not only for us, but for the children we may or may not bring into this world. A generation raised without understanding the importance of emotional intelligence and consent is one at risk of repeating the same patterns of disconnection. So, what is conscious sexuality? What is sacred sexuality? It's about being fully present and aware of ourselves, our partners, and the decision we're making in the moment. It's about being aware of connecting and joining ourselves with another human being, not only on the physical level, but in an emotional way, in a mental way, and in a spiritual, energetic capacity. Being consciously aware and going about your sexuality in a conscious manner could involve three principles: communication, consent, and emotional intelligence. By embracing conscious and sacred sexuality, we create healthier relationships and connections that are built on trust, respect, honor, understanding, and awareness of our human sensitivities, fragility, and potential. And when we model these values for the next generation, we are setting the foundation for a better, more connected future. This is about more than just sex. This is about more than just a physical sensation or a physical release. It's about shaping the future of humanity as well as shaping the lives that we live and the value and the quality of each day of life that we live. I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on conscious sexuality? How can we better teach these principles to the next generation? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to check out my other videos and blog posts on this topic. Links will be below. Let's keep this conversation going and begin to craft a better future for ourselves together. Sex isn't just an act, it's a powerful force, a sacred exchange that has the potential to shape lives, families, destinies, and ultimately societies. That's why it's so important to be conscious of the choices we make in our sexual lives. Are we truly aligned with what we want and who we are? Are our decisions rooted in empowerment and a sense of purpose? Or are they just rooted in instant gratification? By making intentional choices about who we connect with and how, we take back our power. We're no longer at the mercy of any circumstance, but instead we steer the direction of our lives and thus our reality. A part of this movement and empowerment is knowing that we can honor our bodies and our natural rhythms. Natural contraceptives allow us to do just that. Stay in tune with the cycles of our bodies, making conscious choices without resistance to nature. These methods, whether it's fertility awareness or other natural contraceptive techniques, give us a way to take control of our reproductive health in a way that's aligned with the body's natural flow and is not disruptive, causing disease, and in some cases, irretrievable mistakes and irretrievable changes to our body's natural creative abilities. By doing so, we're not just preventing pregnancy, we're crafting our futures. We're consciously deciding when, if, and how we want to bring new life into the world. Remember, we are not victims to what happens to us, but we are co-creators of our lives and our futures. By making sacred and conscious decisions, we have the power to craft not only just our own realities, but the reality of the next generation. If you're ready to dive deeper into this conversation, I invite you to some journaling prompts that I will include in the description. I invite you to vision board with Pinterest and search for images that reflect how you might be feeling and some of the desires you may want to embody during this process of embracing your sacred sexuality and conscious living in regards to your sexuality. Make sure to subscribe. Share your thoughts with a friend or a trusted loved one. Explore this topic in your own quiet time with intention, consciously, and make sure you come back on Tuesdays for the next edition of Sacredly Sexy. Until